Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Audio Rain Books. I am very happy to share with you. If you like this audio book, please subscribe and support my channel and leave comments. Let's move on to the book.
45 John D. Rockefeller Quotes About Business, Wealth and Success. We are sharing here some motivational quotes said by John D. Rockefeller about life, success, and business. American business magnate John Davison Rockefeller Sr. is widely considered the all-time American wealthiest person and the richest person in modern history. When Rockefeller was 16, he got his first job as an assistant bookkeeper working for a small produce commission firm. He was proficient in calculating transportation costs. Rockefeller spent much of his time interacting with barge canal owners, ship captains, and freight agents, where he learned a lot. He used to get $16 per month for the first 3 months of his job. He later received $31 per month, which was increased to $50 per month. In the last year of his job, he received $58 a month. In 1859, when he was 20 years old, Rockefeller met one of his companions. Maurice B. Clark started the production commission business, in which he had invested $4,000 in the capital. His target was the oil refining business. His dream came true when he founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870. He ran the company until 1897 and remained the company's largest shareholder. Gradually, the importance of kerosene and gasoline began to increase, and so did Rockefeller's business. He became the richest person in the country. Rockefeller revolutionized the petroleum industry through corporate and technological innovations that were instrumental in widening the spread and reducing the production cost of oil. In this article, we are sharing some motivational quotes said by him which are based on success, business, etc. So let's read John D. Rockefeller motivational quotes. John D. Rockefeller quotes. 1. A man has no right to occupy another man's time unnecessarily. John D. Rockefeller. 2. I would rather hire a man with enthusiasm than a man who knows everything. John D. Rockefeller. 3. After it is all over, the religion of man is his most important possession. John D. Rockefeller. 4. Charity is injurious unless it helps the recipient to become independent of it. John D. Rockefeller. 5. Competition is a sin. John D. Rockefeller. 6. Good leadership consists of showing average people how to do the work of superior people. John D. Rockefeller. 7. It is very important to remember what other people tell you, not so much what you yourself already know. John D. Rockefeller. 8. The most important thing for a young man is to establish a credit, a reputation, character. John D. Rockefeller. 9. We can never learn too much of his will towards us, too much of his messages and his advice. The Bible is his word, and its study gives at once the foundation for our faith and an inspiration to battle onward in the fight against the tempter. John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller's quotes for new thoughts. 10. And we are never too old to study the Bible. Each time the lessons are studied comes some new meaning, some new thought which will make us better. John D. Rockefeller. 11. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. 12. Do you know the only thing that gives me pleasure? It's to see my dividends coming in. John D. Rockefeller. 13. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see farther. John D. Rockefeller. 14. I always tried to turn every disaster into an opportunity. John D. Rockefeller. 15. I can think of nothing less pleasurable than a life devoted to pleasure. John D. Rockefeller. 16. Next to doing the right thing, the most important thing is to let people know you are doing the right thing. John D. Rockefeller. 17. Nobody does anything if he can get anybody else to do it. John D. Rockefeller. 18. There is nothing in this world that can compare with the Christian fellowship, nothing that can satisfy but Christ. John D. Rockefeller. 19. This Sunday school has been of help to me, greater perhaps than any other force in my Christian life, and I can ask no better things for you than that you, and all that shall come after you in this great band of workers for Christ, shall receive the same measure of blessedness which I have been permitted to have. John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller quotes on success. 20. I do not think there is any other quality so essential to the success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. It overcomes almost everything, even nature. John D. Rockefeller. 21. I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. John D. Rockefeller. 22. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths, rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success. John D. Rockefeller. 23. Singleness of purpose is one of the chief essentials for success in life, no matter what may be one's aim. John D. Rockefeller. 24. The secret to success is to do the common things uncommonly well. John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller business quotes. 25. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. John D. Rockefeller. 26. Don't blame the marketing department. The buck stops with the chief executive. John D. Rockefeller. 27. Good management consists in showing average people how to do the work of superior people. John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller quotes on money. 28. Giving should be entered into in just the same way as investing. Giving is investing. John D. Rockefeller. 29. I have ways of making money that you know nothing of. John D. Rockefeller. 30. I know of nothing more despicable and pathetic than a man who devotes all the hours of the waking day to the making of money for money's sake. John D. Rockefeller. 31. The way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the streets. John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller quotes on wealth. 32. If your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it. John D. Rockefeller. 33. It is wrong to assume that men of immense wealth are always happy. John D. Rockefeller. 34. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun. John D. Rockefeller. 35. The only question with wealth is, what do you do with it? John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller quotes on I believe. 36. I believe in an all-wise and all-loving God, named by whatever name, and that the individual's highest fulfillment, greatest happiness, and widest usefulness are to be found in living in harmony with His will. John D. Rockefeller. 37. I believe in the dignity of labor, whether with head or hand, that the world owes no man a living, but that it owes every man an opportunity to make a living. John D. Rockefeller. 38. I believe in the sacredness of a promise, that a man's word should be as good as his bond, that character, not wealth or power or position, is of supreme worth. John D. Rockefeller. 39. I believe in the supreme worth of the individual, and in his right to life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. John D. Rockefeller. 40. I believe that every right implies a responsibility, every opportunity, an obligation, every possession, a duty. John D. Rockefeller. 41. I believe that love is the greatest thing in the world, that it alone can overcome hate, that right can and will triumph over might. John D. Rockefeller. 42. I believe that the law was made for man and not man for the law, that government is the servant of the people and not their master. John D. Rockefeller. 43. I believe that the rendering of useful service is the common duty of mankind, and that only in the purifying fire of sacrifice is the dross of selfishness consumed and the greatness of the human soul set free. John D. Rockefeller. 44. I believe that thrift is essential to well-ordered living, and that economy is a prime requisite of a sound financial structure, whether in government, business, or personal affairs. John D. Rockefeller. 45. I believe that truth and justice are fundamental to an enduring social order. John D. Rockefeller. I hope you liked the above John D. Rockefeller quotes. Don't forget to mention the best line that you liked most from the above lines in the comment box below.
Thank you for listening this audiobook. I am very happy to share with you. If you like this audiobook, please subscribe and support my channel and leave comments. Have a nice day. Bye bye.